Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode of Beyond Armageddon. Before we start, a few announcements. We'd like to thank RS Experiments for, offering his music for our intro and the songs you've been hearing during the waiting screens. If you want to check out some of his stuff, there's a link to his SoundCloud in the description. Secondly, I'm sure if you've followed us until now, you know that we have launched a book called Sabbat the Schism. It's an edition to V5. In August, it's getting a very big update. A lot of new stuff coming for it. And there's a second book coming out for Roads of Enlightenment. So keep your eyes out for that. Lastly, we stream regularly every Sunday, both on YouTube and Twitch, always at this time. And we have all our past videos on YouTube. So if you like what you see, please do subscribe to both of those channels. Really helps us out. And feel free to interact both in the comments and in the live chat if you're watching us live. We usually respond, even if it's mid session. So yeah, we hope you enjoy, and let us enter this session of Vampire the Masquerade Beyond Armageddon. You find yourself walking the halls of Alzai. Soldiers you've met both on the battlefield and in the conference rooms of this mercenary company walk past you, give you small salutes, pleasantries at best, and walk by. You get the feeling that despite the respect they usually show you, there's something they judge you for. Almost like they look at you like you're one of the outcasts, like you're one of the freaks. You think of the scar on your face, and thoughts begin to race through your mind. Did they judge you for it? How did they judge you? Why? As you head down the hallway, you turn and enter the restroom. You go up to the sink. You wash your face. And as you raise your eyes up to the mirror, you notice your scar. It seems to be peeling off, almost.
Fuck. I'll like touch to see if it's what's going on.
As you gently brush your fingers against some of the peeling skin, some of it pulls back almost attaching itself to your fingers. And you see your skin underneath looks different somehow. It doesn't hurt to peel it back.
Different how?
It still looks like scar tissue, but it feels less like the patterns you've slowly accepted as your new face.
I like brush more of it off.
Mm-hmm. You brush a bit more of it, and then a bit more. And then, almost as if involuntarily, you begin to just scratch that skin off. And this layer of scar tissue falls off, and eventually you begin to peel off healthy skin. You begin to pull off more and more to reveal the face of a monster. That thing you shot. You have its face now. As you watch this in horror, almost involuntarily screaming out of fear, you jolt awake in the bunk bed within the barracks of Alzai.
Fuck was that? Is anyone around here?
Well, you look around. Same situation as yesterday. They seem to be packing up to end the day. Just as you're about to get up, though, and repeat the rounds, you hear a knock at the door as one of, well, the worker you saw in the infirmary last time.
Mm-hmm.
He peeks in and says, "Oh, good, you're up. Boss wants to see you. Apparently there is some sort of update you should be given. You sure I can't?
Okay.
I can convince you to take the dosage this time."
Nah, I don't think so.
All right. Well, just head to the conference room up top, your own office. We'll catch up there, I guess. Have a good night.
Hey. Night.
You noticed as he spoke, he was far healthier than he should have been for someone who took that much of a beating.
Yeah, that shit is. That's probably one of the reasons, like, Roach would be very hesitant to accept the vitamins. I don't know.
Vitamins. All right. So what do you do?
It's not like I have much of my stuff over here.
Not really. It's not like you have a lot of stuff in the first place, but definitely you don't have enough here to do much.
Yep. So, gun tucked to the back of the waistband. Safety on. I might check twice.
Yeah.
Jacket and up to the conference room.
Mm-hmm. And as you leave, we cut to the laboratory, where for the third day in a row, without sleep, Margo is working on her projects.
How do I feel?
Not tired at all, surprisingly. You feel
Neat.
focused. You feel energized. I mean,
Amazing.
you do feel some of the wariness of spending so much energy, but you don't feel that exhaustion that you should feel at this point.
Nice, but still, like, probably after today, she's like, I will need to go to sleep.
Yeah,
Because, like, the brain is not flushing all the stuff. Like,
yeah.
are there, like, any vision artifacts or, like, shadows in the corners? Because, like, the brain isn't flushing after all everything, so, like, there should be, like, some.
Curiously enough, as much as you check, you don't seem to find any, but you can roll me, let's say, wits and alertness. See if you can spot any signs that
Mm-hmm.
might indicate exhaustion, mental exhaustion.
What I realized, I never put specialties in my certain things.
It's okay. Too late now.
I know. Well, that's 5.
Mm-hmm.
3 successes.
So you do notice that when you need to do some calculations on paper, it takes you a bit longer to do the math in your head. A bit longer than usual. Not much, but it's starting to show. That said, artifacts of mental exhaustion, things that could be more serious than just feeling a bit tired, not really. You don't find
Well,
anything
she'd
like that.
like expect there to be like. It's probably not her first time that like sleeping up so like staying up so long. Like normally she'd expect to see at this point.
You'd
A
expect to
bit
see
like.
more than this.
Yeah, she'd expect to like for everything to be a bit brighter in a way. Uh, and like slight like as if like there's like slight patterns in the air.
Yeah, but seems those patterns, those warning signs, they're not present.
Hmm. Are there like any? Well, no, she wouldn't be able to measure it herself actually, because like to measure whether like there's like some of that fluids with toxins in her brain, she'd need. She actually wouldn't really even know where to start with that or how it's done. So maybe Tatum will know.
Maybe. As you're doing these, going through these uh, thoughts and essentially planning out checkups to keep yourself in check, um, you hear the door to the lab open automatically, and the same man you saw pummeled yesterday knocks on the side of the wall, looking at you. Busy?
Oh no.
Boss wants to see you upstairs in the
Okay.
office. You got some updates.
Got it.
Do you
I see
want
him.
your
What?
dosage?
Margo steps to him and looks at him close up.
Hmm.
Oh, very healed.
I mean, yeah, that's what this little stimulant is for. You don't fight those things unless you know, are prepared for it.
What's he targeting you?
No idea. Still digging into it. But boss seems to have some updates for you, and it's your job after all, so...
Okay. By the way, we had a little argument with Tatum that night when we saw you.
Yeah.
He was of the idea that you were spying on us. And I told him that if you were spying on us, you wouldn't be walking so openly across the street looking at us.
I mean, exactly.
It's like,
Plus, why would I spy on you?
do you live in the area or something?
Well, of close to that area.
Yeah, that's what I told him, that, like, maybe the guy was just walking home and saw us. If he was spying on us, why would he, like, look at us and walk across the street in the same clothes he just wore today?
I mean, yeah. It kind of doesn't make much sense, does it?
No,
My
it
guess
doesn't, no, it doesn't.
is... My guess is... You know... Tatum had his reasons.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, give me the dosage.
Yep.
I've been up for 3 days, but I really probably should get some sleep. I mean, we don't really know whether it, like, actually flushes all the toxins through your brain, does it?
Well, after the third dosage, and he says this as he is opening the little box. After the third dosage, you should be able to stay almost a week up. It's not recommended. Your body does pay the cost later.
I mean, yeah.
You can if need be. This compound has been developed specifically so you can perform in high intensity situations. Just keep in mind that if you don't take it once a month now, you might experience quite a bit of exhaustion and few withdrawal symptoms. Nothing serious, but, something to keep in mind. And he hands you the vial.
Mm-hmm. Margo, like, takes a drink.
Mm-hmm. Do you drink the whole thing?
Yeah. This time I drink the whole thing, and her mindset is basically like, I can take, like... Right now we've been, like, chatting, right? So it would be weird to be silent afterwards. So she'll drink the whole thing, but next month she'll just, like, have a little less, and, like, when it's whatever brought to her, she'll be just, like, really busy or something. You know?
Okay. Well, as you finish drinking, he asks for the vial back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You hand it over. He corks it
Mm-hmm.
shut, puts it in the box, closes it, and says, "Right. So that'll be it. Just show up in the office when possible. Same floor as usual.
Okay.
And ready up some updates about the mission."
Okay.
Margo, would you kindly roll me perception empathy, please?
Mm-hmm. Unlike Iris's dice pool, this is, like, so fucking weak. Unlike Iris's dice pool for this, so small.
Unlike Iris's dice pool, he has been playing her for 3 years. Oh, for 5, excuse me.
Okay,
No,
so
it's about...
as the conversation
3 years.
progresses, we good? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As the conversation progresses, you start to notice something a bit different.
Uh-huh.
When you met him yesterday, he seemed more skittish, more nervous.
Uh-huh.
He seems pretty fucking calm right now. Confident
Okay.
even, which is odd.
Okay.
I mean, you don't know which of those two personalities would be his most common one, but either he had a reason to be so nervous yesterday, or something's calming him down today. One of the two.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, not my circus, not my monkey.
Mm-hmm. He basically, nods his head, and begins to wander off, whistling into the corridor.
Whistling.
Mm-hmm.
How sad there's no Iris. Iris would be like, do I remember anyone whistling?
All right. So, do you go straight to the office?
I mean, I'm in the labs. I'm already here, so I might as well just take the elevator and go.
Mm-hmm. So, as you go to the elevator,
Uh-huh.
the door is open, and inside, already making his way up, you see Rhodes.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi there.
How are you feeling?
Honestly,
Yeah.
dreaming feels like shit. But
Why?
other than that, cause I dreaming of some weird fucking shit.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I actually haven't slept yet.
That ain't healthy, you know that.
I know, but like I've tested it and like I'm not getting like look, honestly, I have stayed up for 3 days in a row before. A little bit of ADHD verification goes a long way. But at this point I should be seeing, like some visual artifacts and so on. But there's none at all. Um, so obviously, like I'm in no way medically knowledgeable enough to even know how to test, like how much toxins the brain is accumulating because, when we sleep, it flushes those out. So I'm still gonna go to sleep after tonight.
Do I see like a piece of paper somewhere nearby, like A4?
I mean, in the elevator, no, but you probably have a notebook or something.
Yeah, I'll just like rip a sliver, about yay big. Like yeah, just extend your hand like that and catch as fast as you can,
I catch?
Okay, so
like that.
you let go,
Mm.
and Margo not only catches it, she catches it faster than you'd expect for even someone who's fully awake.
Mm. You sure them vials are healthy?
I saw the dude.
I did.
Yeah. And also, I'm a bit like distrustful of Tatum's initial what conclusion. Like think of it. You didn't have that much time spent on it, right? And honestly, you need to test more than once something. Anyway, we'll live, we'll see. Look, I am considering things, okay? I do have I did luckily they pay me enough so that I can go and sign up as a fucking private GP and get my body tested.
Yeah, I suppose.
Look, one test is not enough to conclude something. Like that's
Hey,
not how we do things in science.
I'm not saying that your test was sufficient or not sufficient. I'm saying be careful with that, okay?
Obviously, we all know how doping works in sports.
But yeah,
Well, either way, I took my third dose or so,
the
Uh,
pattern is a bit weird, ain't that?
huh?
The pattern is a bit weird. Like
What?
3 days and then a month and then a month. Like,
Actually, it's not. I used to have a dog when I was a kid. And, there would be, some modification that, you take, at first you take, a few days in a row, right? And then afterwards you take it, once a month or like once 2 weeks, because like the body is like, I think it's about like how quickly or like basically, so they're accumulative, and you need to have like a certain period for it to wear down.
By the way, by now the elevator has stopped you and you're walking down the corridor towards your office. Continue.
So yeah.
You're careful. You're careful. I ain't your mom.
No, you're not. Also, you don't have like scientific like
That's why I ain't arguing with like your scientific approach. I'm just being concerned.
why are you supposed to be concerned about stuff? You buy shit in the supermarkets every day, and half of that shit, I will tell you, in half of that shit, there are chemicals that should not be there, and long-term consumption will actually kill you or cause cancer. Do you look up?
I'll procure my own meat if you're
No,
worried about
but
that.
like, yeah, but you buy things from the shop, right?
Yeah.
You buy food from the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Non-meat
so
makes me not sleep for 3 days.
look, there are more normal things that can make you not sleep for 3 days. Not as efficiently as this one. And you still sleep for like 16 hours after that, but um, not the point. Like, technically, like human circadian rhythm, you can adjust it so that you can stay up for like, like a longer period, and then you just sleep for a longer period. Like, the experiments have been done. The experiments have been done. And like, without anything. What I'm saying, honestly, I once went on a hyper focus of like watching what I eat, and I was basically, like checking all the shit that I bought from shops. Let's just say after that, I've adapted the things I buy. Because half of the stuff I originally bought, which looked plenty innocent, and like regularly, half of the stuff had like cancerogenic, like, well, things that could be linked to, things that are linked to causing cancer, or like other, like, health concerns. So, there are actual things that people around you and me outside eat every day that will kill them eventually. And they're marketed, and some of them are marketed as healthy, so
Yeah. I suppose you're invited to the next deer hunt.
And
let's go.
as you say this, you reach the door to your office.
Weren't we going to the boss?
Conference room.
Yep.
Yeah, we enter.
Yep. You push the door open, and inside, looking out the window while fidgeting with essentially this small, like a small ring of beads he has on his, like, tied to his waist, is Kian, who seems very lost in thought.
By the way, what is Kian's surname? Because I know damn well Margo would not be calling him by first name.
He has never
Yeah.
given you his surname. It's not public knowledge, not even in records. He just goes by Kian.
Good night, Mr. Kian.
Oh. Welcome.
He wanted to key us.
Well, yes, I need updates on your mission, and I also have some information for you.
Well, we've made some plans for the for that thing in Hollywood, for that underground cavern, whatever it is. We have a pretty good plan, so Jack here, with Rhodes here, will take.
That's
The
a
fuck
sure
did you
way
say?
to make us killed. And Jack's like, the fuck did you mean by that? I'm in the shadow, shut the fuck up.
No. Rhodes just starts sweating blood, and I was like, oh, fuck.
You gave it up.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so we've made the battle plans, I guess. Rose here is going to take the exosuit and whatever weapons come with it. We're going to take a couple drones, and from what Persephone told me, I can basically, on the location, I can use a few of them manually, and basically manually direct them. Potentially, it would be possible even to take out of commission that big gun with one of the smaller drones. I'm sure would know what hit it.
Good. Are you able to do it as a two-man team?
What do you mean, two-man team?
Are you able to do it as a two-man team?
I mean, originally we were planning. I mean, originally Tatum didn't have any specific. Mm, well, no. He had to watch our backs, obviously. But he didn't have like any specific combat roles for this. But did something happen?
Tatum hasn't checked in for the past 24 hours.
I see. Is it possible? Well, wait. Is it possible that was he maybe taken into the questioning by the police?
I doubt it. But
Because we were concerned with one fact. The shot came from the alley, and Tatum ran out of that valley. And he did say there was somebody watching him in the police station, really intently.
I'm sure it's not the police that has him. I have some
Do you think it's a
people out.
monster?
I have some people out looking for him.
Could that thing taken him?
Potentially. But before we figure that out, let's focus on the present. This opportunity is way too big for us to simply throw it away just because one of our members is missing. So,
I mean, it would be good if there would be like somebody to watch our backs. Unless Persephone has any, like, how to say, drones that can. It just that she said that she cannot control drones remotely so far. There would be a lag, and if I'm going to be busy with the drones, and and Rose here is going to maybe proceed into the tunnel and exosuit. Basically, there's nobody to watch my back while I am piloting the drones and doing what I must.
I think we can. It's not a full version of Persephone, but we do have one of Persephone's prototypes still around.
Yeah, like if we can, I think if there's just like some of the combat drones basically watching my back while I pilot the thing, then the roads can easily proceed into the tunnel, and we don't need to watch our backs. We just need to watch our front.
Well, The version of Persephone I will sanction for this mission alone, which is to be returned after. No copies of it can be made.
Okay.
This version is a simpler prototype of Persephone. It's not capable of as much as the version we use here in Alzai.
I mean,
But
as
it's
long
portable.
as it can, as long as it can watch our backs, and maybe we can
It
equip
will do
some
the
of the.
job.
By the way, can we equip the drones that will watch our back with, that?
Take as much gear as you need.
No, that. Let me finish. So the tags that we wear, to detect the things that turn invisible. Yeah, could the drones be equipped with something like that?
So I'm sure you could
The
arrange
ones
for it.
that, the
It is
ones
your
that watch our
project.
back. Yeah, because I think if the ones that are watch our back can have that, or unless the limited version of Persephone can detect those on her own. I mean, you said it tricks our brains, so would the limited perception of would the small version of Persephone be tricked by it too?
I don't know.
Okay, so well then I guess better it's to put that like attach those little things to a couple drones that watch our backs.
I'm sure you can arrange for that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before you head out, before you start gearing up and preparing for this assault, there is one thing I need to make very, very clear.
Mm-hmm.
This mission will decide if you get a full sanction for your promotion.
I
The
see.
promotion includes far more benefits, as you might have imagined, than just this. You won't be just grunts. You won't be working through the chain of command. No. You'll be working right under me.
I see. Do I know about people who work right under Kim?
You've only
In the
heard
office?
of two, and one of them you've
Uh-huh.
never seen.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's understood, sir.
Good. Get it done by the end of the night. Dismissed?
Okay.
And he just turns back to the window and continues fidgeting.
Okay. He's in our office, huh? Or is this the conference room after all?
I misspoke. It is the conference room.
Okay. I basically go to the conference room, use the conference room, and we go down to our office.
Mhm.
Uh, Tony, why?
I'm sorry.
Why?
It is true though.
Miguel says
We
it's
are
true.
not discussing that on stream. Proceed, please.
For context,
Okay.
for the audience, we have a side chat that we use for jokes. Tony has made a joke.
That is
I'll
that,
leave
that's
it at
which
getting
that.
too close to the
which
phone.
is true in Schisms, the lore book. Absolute, it's
Yes.
canon.
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's go quickly and chat up with Persephone.
Yeah.
Actually, we can go probably straight to the armor room. She's there as well. I'll make sure we have some backup and all that. Okay.
You do your tech voodoo. If you need help, you need help.
Yeah, I'll have Persephone Light helping me, okay?
Mhm.
You can be the big strong man in the exosuit.
I
Also,
can wire some shit together if you need.
also, didn't she say that? Didn't she say that you could have a better version of the exosuit today?
Should be done by the point.
Okay, let's go. Maybe we'll see a cooler exosuit. I'm excited, aren't you?
Well, yeah.
Let's go.
All right. So you head downstairs to the labs.
No, it was the armory.
Oh, okay. Well, you head to the armory. Heading inside with your advanced access. Persephone immediately lights up and greets you. Good
Hello,
evening, Dr.
Persephone.
Margo.
You know I'm not doctor per se.
According to your file within Alzai, you are certified as a doctor.
I know, but I don't have a doctor degree.
I believe Alzai has arranged a solution for that. You do now.
What? That's illegal.
Legality is reserved for the public.
Oh, okay. I'll. Okay, listen. So Kin said there's like a light version of you that I can have in the drones that are going to be basically watching our back.
I see.
Like a prototype. Because we're down one member, so as we were going to be progressing, there's going to be nobody watching our back. Can you tell me what are the limits of your prototypes?
Intelligence is not quite as advanced
Uh-huh.
within this prototype as it is within my own software.
Uh-huh.
Furthermore, that version of myself may need context added to things and may need a slight bit of human guidance from time to time. However, she should be fully capable of using a specific machine she's been tasked to use, so long as she's fully aware of all of the machine's abilities. I can handle that for you.
Okay, so basically, oh, also we had a question. You were speaking about the next version of the exosuit. Is it already ready?
The rotating, uh, the rotating hanger basically just comes out of the wall. It begins cycling through the gear they're in, and eventually, one suit comes up, and it looks far more skeletal than the previous version. Like it looks very very bare bones. So much so that it isn't even full metal pieces. It's just a bunch of wires almost.
Huh, this looks very different.
Yes, it is modular, as mentioned before. You may choose what types of armor you wish to fit on it. I can arrange for that. The advantage of this exosuit is it can be fit to practically anyone so long as it is fitted within this armory.
Okay, how about you can guide Rose through it? So, uh, well, actually, first thing first, are any of the drones that Persephone Light can handle, are any of those drones fitted with those those things we were actually is it possible for them to be equipped with something that works similarly to what we had. So, like, if anything moves, because the problem is, I remember how the tool works, the one that we wore. What if there's something invisible to us behind us?
If you would allow me the liberty, I can tweak the software so it
Uh-huh.
is able to warn you if it catches movement. You
How
may
about
then
also,
check and
also,
manually tell that version of Persephone.
also,
Yes?
yeah. So I think because we're going to into the sewers, there can be random movement, like bugs, rats, etc. Right? Um, maybe let's like set like a size limit, like a dog per se,
Of course.
a dog or bigger.
Of course. The code is confidential, however, so you will have to accept my take on it. Unfortunately, I cannot have you checking the code unless you are promoted.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, I'm going to I'm going to go and pick up some tools from the lab. Roads, start gearing up. Can you prepare all the weapons that we should take with us? Um, oh, and just to remind me, the small drones that you showed me, will I be able to pilot it so that it crawls into that mm, turret and destroys some of the, you know, wiring? Fucks it up?
Potentially.
Okay. Because I think it will shoot at the big one, 100%.
Of course. I will arrange for this plan. In the
Okay.
meantime, I will also fit Private Rhodes with his exosuit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Margo will go into the lab and get some of that invisible stuff for,
Mm-hmm.
and sees what else she can pick up there,
Okay,
which will
well,
be useful.
as Margo exits the room to go to the lab, Rhodes. The door closes behind Margo, and Persephone addresses you. Private Rhodes, please step forward in front of the exosuit.
Hey.
Turn your
He
back.
frowns a bit at private, but the fuck he can do.
Yep. Please turn around with your back to the exosuit. Stretch your arms out with your palms facing forward.
Right?
Yeah. As you do that, the exosuit almost by itself latches onto your hands and onto your back and onto your legs, and eventually the wires almost wrap around your body um, and start to squeeze tighter and tighter until it's almost like a one-to-one fit to your physique. Um, Persephone then speaks again. Would you like painkillers for the next part of the procedure?
What's the next part of the procedure?
The exosuit requires a link to your nervous system.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, Rhodes knows enough medicine to know that this shit's gonna hurt, like, bitch.
yeah. Um, you feel first a little sting on the back of your neck, and Persephone begins showing a countdown on the screen. And as you see the countdown, you begin to feel heavier and your head feels like it's spinning a bit. And you let yourself fall, but instead of falling, the exosuit holds you up. And all you hear is this very, almost like a dentist's drill, just ring out through your skull. And then Persephone speaks. The link has been established. Time to customize your gear.
Do I still feel like I was sedated to shits?
You still feel it, but if you try to move your body, you don't quite feel how things are. It's almost like your entire body's numb. But it's moving effortlessly. The exosuit's doing most of the work for you, it seems.
Yeah, but brain function required
It'll
to
pass.
speak as it was.
It'll pass.
Yeah. What was the caliber of that gun?
What caliber would you prefer?
Out on me in Hollywood.
Repeat, please.
In the cave, you said there was a gun.
Yes.
Do we know the caliber, like 50 cal?
We are not aware. However, the caliber must be small enough for the speed it's shooting at, given the recoil it would be suffering otherwise.
We have a 10. That's like 30 mil. Let's go for 50 cal. Like everything up to 50 cal. I'ma do fine.
Of course. The rail rotates, and eventually a number of weapons appear. Most of them seem to have some modifications, like you don't particularly see like a usable trigger on the weapon. It seems like it's fitted directly onto the suit. Some of them almost look like these modified 50 cal rifles that are supposed to, like, pierce tanks. Others look more. No, they look more like they are supposed to shoot semi-automatically. But those have much shorter barrels. Seems like they're essentially, they have a lot more weight at the back. And roll me int and firearms.
Yeah, but right up. Pelece. That'll do.
You can tell by the shape of the weapons, the ones with the shorter barrels that seem to, be meant to shoot faster. Although all that weight at the back seems to be like an integrated recoil system, essentially so you can actually hold the fucking thing pointing at what you're shooting at while it's shooting, without much effort.
I'll be honest, I'll just like take whatever looks like a good choice, considering it's a fucking 50 cal. That shit breaks spines sometimes. And like, yeah, maybe if there's like a sidearm, slightly lesser fucking caliber, like 45 9 mil.
Well, you take the 50 cal. Let's say you take the semi-auto one with the recoil built in. As you reach out to pick it up, It's almost like the exosuit forces your hand to move in a specific way, and the gun almost clips onto the exosuit automatically. And as you move your arm back, realize the gun doesn't weigh anything really. I mean, you feel a bit of weight, but not nearly as much as it should.
I feel like physically when I'm moving it, like it has weight.
Yes, like you feel the momentum, like that it takes effort to like change the direction, but you don't feel like you're the one lifting the weight particularly. And that's when you realize just how much work the suit is putting in. And so for the duration of this session where you are wearing the suit, you essentially function as having 5 extra dots in strength.
I can get more than that. Okay, I mean,
So the rail spins as you mention sidearms, and a number of options show up. It seems that most of them are the same type of weapon that you would expect for the exosuit. It's stuff that fits onto the suit itself. But the size of them are way smaller. It seems that you even have some models where you can fit 3 of them separately. And you have one that has like essentially almost a bracelet shaped magazine that just cycles through ammunition like really quickly. So you can basically take your pick of what type of functionality you want for it.
Yeah, something versatile and like that can be changed in a like without compromise and stuff. Maybe like that bracelet gun.
Yeah, so you go for the one with this bracelet-looking magazine. You put your hand out, and the suit again guides your hand to fit the weapon onto your arm. It clicks on. You pull it. Yeah, this one feels like nothing. It feels like you're literally just moving around normally. As you clip on the 2 weapons, Persephone cycles the rail again, and it stops at essentially a set of metal plating, like groups of metal plating. And Persephone speaks up. You may now customize what kind of armory you'd like to take in.
We are probably not taking on anything bigger than 50 cal, right?
Odds are no.
Yeah, sure. I don't know, like let's go up to 50 cal, like so I can survive that. Over that, that's fucking jets, to be honest.
Given the environment, may I suggest a light variant of the Mark III? And one of the sets lights up. It looks, from what you can see, it looks basically like a smaller version of what you see bomb disposal units wear.
Yeah.
Only it doesn't have that huge collar and huge chest piece. It seems to mimic the same shapes, but all very, very thin.
I'll do like, does it sound like metal?
It sounds solid as fuck.
Yeah.
Like metal, you don't know.
Sounds about right. Let's do that.
You reach out, and again, the exosuit guides you, and eventually, you find yourself covered head to toe in this armor. So while you're wearing this armor, you basically get 3 extra points of stamina. Your dexterity is lowered by 2 to a minimum of 1.
That's doable.
And your perception is lowered by 1.
That is painful.
And yeah, you test out the movements. It seems like it feels smoother than you expected it to feel. You genuinely feel like a walking tank, but at the same time you feel like you can run, you can jump, you can still do things. And then it occurs to you that this is a bit, well, if you walk around the street like this, it's gonna be noticeable.
Yeah. I guess kind doctor have to drive.
Well,
I'll just. Yeah.
well, an owl's eye vehicle will be provided. Fair warning, you'll have to stand throughout the trip.
Okay.
Very good. And as you finish setting up your armor, I hope you made notes. We cut to the lab as Margo is finishing her drone setup. By now, you've already attached all the necessary pieces. It's only the software that needs work. And you hear sort of a ding sound, and Persephone speaks up. Dr. Margo, if I may, the portable Persephone prototype is ready.
Okay. Is she in the drones?
A small light on one of the tables of the lab shines up like very, very smoothly. Not like it just blinks on, but it just slowly gains brightness, and it lights up a small, like, external drive, but yay big.
Okay.
And it has essentially a custom small, like a small, what do you call them? Like a
Antenna?
connector. Like a
Okay.
small connector. It's not like, it's not one that's commercially available. Like, it's not Type C or USB or anything like that. It's like custom for Owl's Eye, and Persephone instructs you to plug it into the drone.
Okay. Margo takes it. Have a look at it. Is there like a marker how big this drive is?
Like what the memory on it is?
Yeah.
No, it is literally just a black box.
I say, well, then I'll just put it on.
You slot it in. It connects, like it slides into this compartment on the back of the drone. It clicks in, and the red light that indicates the drone is active begins to blink. It seems to be doing something, and after a few moments, the light stops blinking and just turns on and stays on. And Persephone speaks up. It seems the prototype has finished familiarizing itself with the device.
Mm-hmm.
I have already given it the custom commands. You may take the device with you.
Okay. Any other devices you suggest for us to take?
Private Rhodes has already selected his combat gear. I would suggest taking an array of surveillance gear.
Well, yeah. Anyway, we'll light up whatever I need to take.
Mm-hmm. Essentially three areas in the lab light up. One of them contains essentially a box about this big, filled with a bunch of those very, very small surveillance drones. One of them has, it has a little, metal attachment to it. Seems to have been done very on the spot. And Persephone informs you that that is the modified surveillance drone that you asked for. It is able to discharge, to essentially deliver a huge electrical discharge. It is immediately destroyed when it does that, though.
Okay.
So you basically can do this once. That's the first area that's lit up. The second one has a number of essentially gear that you fit onto yourself. As you examine it, you can tell it's mostly like field repair kits. So if any of the devices suffer any damage, you can probably address that damage with these kits. And it also has a small laptop that you can fit onto your kit quite easily. It's like very portable. And the laptop is essentially filled with a bunch of software that you can use to, tweak the drones as you see fit. And the last one is essentially a field prototype for a new project Persephone herself has worked on. Apparently, it's supposed to be able to tell you if someone is alive simply by pointing at them. And this, it sounds a bit suspicious. Like, why would you need something like this, really?
Well, no, I mean, like, given what this thing was able to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, run, not care about the shot. Maybe it can fake being alive. Like, being dead, so it's useful.
Alright, well. So yeah, you basically have these three pieces of equipment. Do you take all of them, or is there anything you leave behind?
Sorry, what was the second one?
Second one was just the field repair kit.
Yeah, I take all of them. And actually, and then I'll go back to the armory and basically ask for armor recommendation.
All right. Well,
Same as usual.
As you enter the armory, you see this shape that is clearly Rhodes's frame, but it's covered head to toe in this like bulky armor and armed with two gigantic fucking cannons. Basically, he looks like a prototype of Iron Man.
You look like Iron Man.
That's supposed to be good. Or supposed to be bad.
Have you not seen Marvel? Avengers?
Not really.
Okay, look. Have you seen Alien?
That I have.
Movie? Okay, you look like you look like Sigourney Weaver when she's like wearing the exosuit and about to kick some alien ass.
Bruh.
Only less hot, because that was Sigourney Weaver. I'm sorry, she was wearing a shirt and panties. You're not Sigourney Weaver in a shirt and panties.
Not to mention that she didn't have the fucking face melt off.
What?
She didn't have half her face melted off.
Ah, I mean, even with half her face melted off, she'd probably still be hot. It's Sigourney Weaver, okay?
Yes. I ain't gonna judge you on that one. Can you do me a solid?
Is like the back of my neck open?
Uh,
Well, as
That's for me.
you can't tell. You still don't feel everything. The sensations are starting to slowly come back, like you're starting to
I
feel the
go
tips
look.
of your fingers.
I go look. I go
It's
look.
like, can you see that?
So, Margo, I need you to choose either medicine or technology. You're gonna roll
Okay.
wits and one of those, and that'll give you different information.
I also have science.
You also have courage.
I think this would be more. Well, depends what type of information you want, really.
It's a botch.
Ah,
It is a botch.
And it's
Okay,
one of my biggest fucking.
it is -1.
so you look at the back of his neck, and it just
Actually,
Hmm?
actually, I remember that there was this armor for Tatum.
Mhm.
You know, like that could scan stuff. I'm not a medical person, okay?
Well, let's just go bit by bit, right?
Okay.
So, with your first assessment, you just look at the back of his neck, and he has these smears of blood right where the machine is
There's
tied to his neck.
Well, there's
You
a bit
can't
of
really
blood
tell
here.
what the fuck happened, but it looks like it looks like something went wrong. Basically.
There's like some blood here. Looks like something went wrong, but you look fine. Look, wait. Persephone, could I? Do you remember the armor you gave to Tatum, the one that, like, the with like this thing on his arm or something that allowed him to scan and assess?
Yes.
Can I wear it for a second? Because I'm not a medical person.
Of course. It's on the wall over there. And the device lights up.
Yeah, so I go pick it up, put it on.
So as you pick it up, I'll have you roll perception and investigation real quick. And I'll give you that information after you do the examination.
Oh, and now I get one success.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you take the device, you strap it onto your I believe that was strapped onto a vest, so you basically put it that way. And the small screen pops up. And you make a physical assessment on roads?
Yep.
Okay. A few bits of information, like medical jargon that you don't really understand, pop up. But then one thing that you kind of manage to decipher from all the medical jargon alarms you a little. It seems whatever this suit is doing, there are wires going from the suit directly into Rhodes' spine.
Persephone, I also ask about the previous medical jargon, words that I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain that to me in layman's terms?
To put it in simpler terms, Private Rhodes has been fitted with a neuralink to the armor.
Uh-huh. Okay.
The armor
Yeah,
will
I mean,
respond to whatever movements he decides to make,
uh-huh.
and will mimic sensations to fit whatever his brain would expect to feel. Only it does not mimic pain.
Okay, then question. Suppose some of those wires on his leg get damaged, what then?
Depending on the damage, the suit will make an assessment, and if it deems necessary, it will disconnect and allow Private Rhodes to simply walk away unharmed.
Okay, got it. Okay, because I was worried there for a second. But also, does that mean that if there's a strike on the area, you said the suit will disconnect, right?
Yes.
Are the wires also on the spine are gonna disconnect, or just the suit?
Repeat the question, please.
Are the wires, I assume that the wires on the spine, they stay, it just the suit disconnects.
No, the wires will also disconnect. Private Rhodes will be unharmed, however.
Okay, so is there a chance that the suit can be damaged in a way that um basically the wires are unable to disconnect? Because that's physical motion.
I believe that is impossible. Unless, of
How?
course, Private Rhodes is shot in the head.
Look, you have purity wires go again, right? So, for the suit to disconnect and the wires to disconnect, right? They need to move out carefully, otherwise you're gonna damage whatever there is, right?
Whatever damage it may cause, Private Rhodes will walk away unharmed, I assure you.
Private Rose has not taken the stimulants.
He does not need to.
Okay. I'll look up the consequences when I'm promoted. And still, I'm pretty sure.
Try not to die until then.
Don't worry, you try not to get. You basically avoid any damage to your neck right now.
Sounds about right.
Anyway, you've got some. Have you seen some sci-fi movies for? No, have you seen The Matrix?
I believe the first one.
That is enough. Do you remember how they were plugged into the Matrix?
Yeah.
So you just have one of those, but not with a stick, just some wires in your head. In the back.
Let me guess, still ain't as hard as fucking Keanu Reeves.
No Trinity.
Ain't shit I can do. I'm sorry.
You're just too bulky for me, sorry.
Rhodes, before we go on break for the session, make a quick perception and alertness.
That is a really bad roll right now.
Still nailed it.
Hey, let's fucking go.
So you realize that you're starting to, the effects of the anesthesia are fading quite rapidly now.
Uh-huh.
And you feel oddly energized.
They fucking stick. They fucking stab me with that shit. God
You
damn.
didn't say yes to drinking, so they had to inject you.
Shit.
Technically, anytime you go to checkups, on a checkup or medical stuff, you can get injected.
True.
It's like,
You
oh
did
no,
drink
you
the
got
water,
harmed.
and you ate the food in the cafeteria, and you drank the coffee.
I know.
So, yeah. So, as you get ready to go, and you descend into the garage to go to the van, we will take a short break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. And the final raid on the
Nazi place.
Nazi
Nazi
spots
place.
in under Hollywood will commence.
Like, subscribe, motherfuckers.
This man took a cable to his spine for you.
Yes.
Anyway, we'll be back in 15 minutes. Cheers.
See ya.
Welcome back. We join Margo and Rhodes. As Rhodes watches the tunnel, keeps turning back and forth, the light of his headlamp shining. As Margo, with her maintenance kit and the drone set beside her, prepares to scout the tunnels ahead where the turret was spotted.
I'd also set up the surveillance drone to basically watch the bag,
Mhm.
and I would have made sure that Rhodes also has, like that, the thing that shoots the sea.
Yeah, the Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Okay, I'm going to first use like a simpler drone, not the one that's like discharges, to navigate into the tunnels.
all right. You open up the laptop. You run the drone. Rhodes, as you see Margo typing on the computer and then clicking enter, and she begins to like move the mouse and use the keys to move around. You see the open box filled with small drones. One of them begins to sort of float up with these really mechanical buzzes around it, and it flies off into the darkness of the tunnel. Margo, as you move through the dark tunnels, you turn into this offshoot of the tunnel with much, much older construction. As you move forward, you recognize most of the area from the footage you saw before. And eventually, as you progress with this small drone, you see a small glint. Do you proceed forward?
I'm gonna keep the drone close to the walls and then.
As you move slowly forward, trying to keep close to the wall, I need you to roll me a Dex and Technology.
2 successes.
Mm-hmm. You pilot the drone carefully through the tunnel, and eventually you get the visual on where the glint came from. And you see the same turret as before. Essentially pointed straight into the tunnel. It seems immobile. And given the fact that you know how machines work, this is your specialty. I won't even have you roll for it. A question arises in your mind. How is this gun selecting its targets? Because you don't see any cameras on the gun, so it must be something.
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave that drone hovering exactly where it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna use it as a drone to basically go in.
Okay. Roads you see from the same box. Another drone rising up, and then heading into the darkness. Roads, I'll need you to roll an perception alertness as you're keeping watch. Meanwhile, Margo, as you move with the drone into the tunnel, what do you do differently with this one?
So first of all, that one is going to move closer to another wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Approach the area, right? Wait a bit. Actually, as I walk along, like fly around, I'm going to basically have the drone look at the walls. Like, so basically, there's going to be like probably like closer to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be looking for some, like I'm not going to be flying close to the bottom. Maybe even. Basically, I'm going to be like slowly doing it and looking at the bottom. Maybe there's some, you know, places where you step and then it's like you cross an invisible, you know.
Yeah.
Basically, there's that.
Okay. So to make sure I understand this correctly, you are trying to spot it from above. You're not actually going with the drone down there.
No.
Okay. So perception technology. And roads. As you keep watch and you see Margo extremely focused on what she's doing, you for a moment catch something in the corner of your eye, and almost instinctively you feel your arm with the your left arm with the 45 caliber sidearm, basically almost instinctively point in that direction. And as you examine it, you sort of breathe a sigh of relief as you just see a small rat who seems to be kind of terrified looking at you. And after a moment, it just skitters off.
Okay,
Margo. That is a very good roll. As you carefully pilot the drone and try to look for any signs of any forms of detection, like laser detection or anything like that, while you don't see any signs of that type of detection, you spot something. These are the sewers, right? So a lot of stuff. There's a lot of living stuff here, and the air is quite damp. It's not necessarily warm, but it's kind of musky and very It's not a pleasant temperature. It feels humid and it feels slightly because it's summer. It's slightly warmer than you'd expect. But you would expect some creatures to be around, because rats are basically everywhere in the sewers. There's a lot of stuff that feeds down here. This tunnel has nothing moving in it. And it occurs to you that if there's nothing moving in here, well, maybe it's because whatever does move immediately gets spotted.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not because it's moving, because you did see the video of the drones moving around, and they were moving quite fast. The engines, like the small electrical engines of the drones, moving that fast, they start heating up. So you start to think maybe it's like thermal detection. And thermal cameras have quite a bit of range, but not as much as you'd expect. So whatever this camera, like wherever this camera is, it's going to be closer to the targets than the gun itself.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly this drone to see, like, what's, like, on top.
As you begin to scan the top of the ceiling, and you move very, very slowly with the drone, you eventually spot essentially a brick that seems to be displaced downwards. And sure enough, as you move the drone closer to it, you spot a small camera. And as soon as you spot the small camera, and you have your drone essentially, in view of the camera, Rhodes, you hear the echoes of a gunshot, and Margo, the small drone goes pitch black, like it disconnects.
Okay, now I have to decide whether because the turret has definitely some things like connected to it, right? I can't say whether there's any other cameras in that area, or how much it moves, but I'd imagine that the turret should have also some wires coming to it, triggering it to fire, right? And I cannot be sure that there's nothing else, like, so, like if I destroy the camera, there won't be somewhere else going off an alarm that the camera is off and somebody, like an actual operator coming in, right? So I'm gonna get another drone, and that one's gonna fly into the thing, and, avoiding being spotted by the camera, keeping close to the wall, right? It's gonna head for the turret.
Okay. This is the modified drone, right?
How many drones do I have left?
Well, you have quite a few regular drones, but you only have one
Yeah.
modified one.
Yeah, so I'm going to see that I can get to it with the regular drone.
Okay, well, you use the one that's already there. You move it closer to the turret very slowly, and you keep to the walls. It's the key. You keep to the walls. You eventually manage to get the drone right up against the gun. As soon as you begin to move more to the center of the room to approach the gun immediately turns and begins to try and point to the drone. But wherever you move the drone, the drone's basically here while the gun is like trying to point, and it doesn't have an angle to shoot.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move that drone into one position where it can like basically like actually can I set the drone so that it basically just like circles around that area?
Yeah, sure.
Then I'm gonna set up another drone. Um and I'm gonna same way keeping close to the walls, I'm just gonna like basically put it where the previous drone was. Just like to basically watch the area, right? And however many drones, like regular ones I have, I'm gonna basically have them like basically go into the room and like like pick some positions, safe positions to basically keep watch of the area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And only then I'm going to basically take out the specialized drone. Um Move it first to the entrance, leave it there in a safe place. Then the circling drone that I have, right? Just to double check everything, I'm gonna start moving it closer to the gun, not touching it and so on, like just in case there's any like I don't know EMPs, whatever the fuck else.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I will need you to roll one final roll. Let's say Dex and Tech. And while you're doing that, Rhodes, I asked you to roll Perception and Alertness, and you did get 3 successes.
Got 3 successes, yeah.
Once again, you spot something, and instinctively you move your arm. It's another rat. This one watches you. As soon as you point the gun, it seems a bit skittish, runs off. Seems odd that the rats approach this way. And just as you have this thought, you hear the scouting drone with Persephone in it beep twice, and then it turns in the direction of the tunnel opposite from where you saw the rats.
Rose, you would know that because I'm focusing on this thing that you have to be the one to basically watch, like whatever it points out.
Yeah, I'll look that way.
Mm-hmm. You look, and you see nothing. Your eyes are darting around in a panic. And as you scan the room trying to see something, the Persephone drone makes a dry puff sound, as if it's shooting almost an air gun. And you hear the projectile hit something. And the sound is almost like someone regaining their balance and starting to sprint down the tunnel.
I'll keep watch from that way, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Because I ain't running away from my fucking drone operator.
So, Margo, your modified drone eventually makes its way all the way up to the gun. It's currently next to the gun, and the gun is still trying to get an angle on the first drone it was targeting.
Yeah, so I'm going to be looking for like wires.
You do find that this setup is very makeshift. It's not professionally made. It looks like it was cobbled together from shit they scavenged. And so you see that while the gun does have like a small motor that moves it around, small motor attached to the trigger, it is like a normal gun attached to a bunch of like mechanics that were put together. And all of this has a bunch of small cables all bundled together with a little bit of wire going into the wall.
Yeah, so I'm going to target that.
You target it, the drone flies close to it, makes contact, and then from the other drones, you see that this one small modified drone begins to glow red, almost. And you just see the wires begin to melt. And then the drone begins to spark. It falls to the ground, sort of causing a bit of a sizzle when it hits the water. And the gun doesn't seem to move anymore.
I'm just gonna test it with a couple drones first.
Yep. You fly the drones, the gun doesn't do anything.
Then I'm going to basically, because like it was looking for drones around, I'm assuming there's some other cameras in that room.
Potentially.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find them. They're probably gonna be small, so one of the things I can do is basically use my drones to basically sit on it.
Okay.
Ultimate fucking offense.
Okay. Well, you're plaguing all the cameras with drone butt cheeks, I guess.
Yes.
So it takes you a while to do this. So while you're doing this, Rhodes, you are now very attentive, watching that specific angle.
By the way, Rose is also wearing that
know.
thing.
I'm aware. Please roll perception and awareness.
Oh, I must spend willpower on that one. Because that's too nice. I'm not taking fucking risks.
It's 2 dice and a higher difficulty because you don't have awareness.
Yeah, I have. Fuck you.
Oh, you do. Shit, you're.
I do.
Your perception
You told us we
is
can get
shit.
up to 1 point of awareness.
You just perception is shit.
Yes, I'm wearing the giant fucking piece of metal on my head.
Okay, so
Your perception is shit just because.
I know.
he forgot his glasses. So
Yes.
as you watch the tunnel, you feel something familiar. Like your blood's starting to pump. You're starting to feel a bit on edge. And you feel the same sensation as when you tried to shoot that creature and one of you accidentally hit the civilian. The same feeling of trying to spot something that doesn't want you to spot it, almost. And as you feel this, you spot a small humanoid shape about 3 meters away from you, holding something in its hand pointed at the Persephone drone.
Shoot it.
Yeah. Second Amendment, sucker.
Dex plus
Dexterity
firearms. Yeah.
Or at this point, it's
And
strength.
difficulty is 3.
Telese, still, because Dex went to shit as well. Bitch, that's 6 successes.
I won't have you roll for damage. How much do you want to, how much lead do you want to put into the sucker?
Stay the fuck down, amount of lead.
Okay.
I cast belly full of lead.
Okay, and which of the guns are you shooting?
45.
Okay.
We're not gonna go deaf right here, right now.
So, you lift your left arm, and almost instinctively, it's almost like you want it to point this way, and the suit corrects your aim slightly to the side. And just by thinking about it, the gun begins to fire. Again, these things don't have triggers. It just fires on its own.
Yeah.
And as it begins to fire, Margo, roll courage, please. Because you were not expecting to have guns fire right next to you while you are very precisely moving drones trying to find cameras.
I mean, I would assume that I might be wearing like some since we're in tunnels and there's guns, I'd assume we'd wear some like noise cancellation.
Well, if you
Yes,
are, it's
that is
Ah!
still 30.
Ah!
The fuck? The fuck she do? Oh.
Ah! Okay,
Ones don't count in virtuals. Fuck
I know.
you.
I
It's
know.
Yes,
Just fail,
but still
fail,
looks
and
ugly as
fail.
shit.
So, okay. So,
Ugh.
essentially, as you're very focused on these drones, this echo of a gunshot, and gunshots are fucking loud, like louder than most people expect them to be. This echo of the gunshot just fills the tunnel. Your ears are ringing, and the startle kind of makes you jolt your attention to the side, and you just see Rhodes just shooting the gun continuously, and eventually you look at what he's shooting at, and you realize the entire time there was a guy over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that you didn't see him earlier, it's just that you didn't notice him. Almost like your attention was drawn elsewhere.
I'm
entire
sorry. Did you feed the dogs
I haven't.
at 7?
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Okay.
But yeah, you basically just see Rhodes filling this body on the floor with lead. And it's not moving anymore. It's just on the ground.
I'm sorry. We need to feed them.
Okay.
Now she's like, I can't roleplay.
Apologies, we'll be right back. We just have to tend to our dogs.
The Garrow must be fed.
Yes.
Yes.
The werewolves are
The
throwing a
werewolf
tantrum.
overlord.
that, Argeru were requesting foods. Okay, so Margo, you turn to see that this body is no longer moving. It's like mangled and shredded by bullets. Rhodes must have shot like 10, maybe more rounds into this thing.
I looked at him. Don't forget the control shot to the head.
Yes. 50 cal. Just to make sure.
Okay. I won't have you roll. But I'll have... Well, I won't have you roll for the shot because it's immobile on the ground. Margo and Rhodes, both of you roll stamina.
I can do
Stamina.
that. Oh, that's 50 cal. Oh my god, I'm so fucking stupid. We're gonna die just from shock
Five.
of this shit.
5.
So Margo, we'll say because of this
3.
roll that you did have some noise canceling stuff at the ready. You didn't have it before, which is why you got so startled. But now that you know he's gonna fucking pull the trigger again, you put the headphones back on, and yeah. So you don't really get phased by it because you kind of expected it. But Rhodes, this shit's fucking loud. You point the gun, you pull the trigger, and with one shot, the head of this mangled guy is just fucking gone. And the stone where his head was perched now has a big fucking hole on it. Like a crater.
Yeah.
And you see something very odd. As you calm yourself after this encounter, you begin to see the body of this, like this mangled body of this monstrosity, just wrinkle up and dry.
Huh.
And then begin to fade into this dust until only bones are left. And then the bones begin to fade into dust.
Okay, well, I think now we know how they die.
The fuck was that?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it just rotted away into dust. Listen, let me just watch the tunnel. I'll have the drone watch ahead. You watch that side. Basically, cover both. I'm just gonna quickly cover up whatever cameras there might be in the other room, okay? I've taken care of the gun. I'm just going to make sure that we're not gonna have too much surveillance, like, that there's no other surveillance there. And I instruct the drone to basically watch another, like, direction.
Mm-hmm. The drone turns, and as soon as it turns, you hear 2 beeps.
I look there.
Both of you look, or just one?
I suppose both of us.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. So as both of you turn, I'll need both of you to roll perception and awareness.
I'm gonna spend a willpower point.
Mm-hmm.
I do many more of those. I'm fucking done, so let's see if 2 dice can carry my ass over. Like, fuck they will.
And Margo? Yeah.
I got 3 successes.
Mm-hmm. So, Rhodes, you look, and as hard as you may try, you can't really see anyone. But your guns are at the ready, because you know this shit is, not necessarily
visible.
Yeah, it's not black and white. There may be some shady shit going on. Margo, as you turn, you feel this muddled sensation in your mind, and it's almost like there's something approaching rapidly. Multiple
Something's
somethings, in fact.
Roads, just shoot the tunnel now.
Which gun?
Sidearm.
Okay, so
Trademark.
Covering fire.
Yeah.
you begin to just pepper the tunnel with shots. And as you do, all of the sudden, it's like you understand just how many of these things there are. Just from your instant burst of fire, you count at least 3.
I'm taking out the whatever like gun like I had on already.
Mm-hmm.
And also start shooting them.
Alright, so I need both of you to roll dex and firearms.
Hoorah. Oh my god.
Alright. Margo?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
Alright. So, Margo, you try to, like, focus a single target and begin to, like, mag dump your gun on it. It takes a few shots and then goes down. Rhodes, with your suit sort of correcting for you to some extent, you manage to take 2 of them and one you, like, neither of you had noticed at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Rhodes, you feel your other arm being pulled back. As you turn, you see 2 others basically yanking at your suit. What do you do?
I'm just gonna like, yep.
You're gonna toss them in the air?
I'm just gonna like toss him in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
My god, my shoulder hurts.
Jim, my man. It's a good sign.
Yes.
So I'll just say roll flat strength.
Yeah.
Actually, strength athletics, but I think
you want to go dirty, aren't you?
I do. You deserve some chunky rolls. Okay.
You want the chunky? Wait a second. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, fucking 13.
Okay, so make me just a quick wits and alertness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you pull these 2 guys who fully expected to be able to hold your arm down. And you do notice, as you pull, you hear sort of a groaning sound from the wires. The suit is fucking straining. Even if you don't feel it, you hear it. They are pulling way harder than you'd expect them to. As you find a way to, like, flip them onto the ground, they both fall on their backs, and almost as if by instinct, you stomp one of their heads in, and he immediately just begins rotting. And you point your gun at the other one, ready to shoot. And it clicks. You recognize this motherfucker. You shot him before.
I'm gonna kick his fucking face in.
2 kill?
If he's not dead after that, because that was a fucking toss of them. If he's not dead after that, like
because of that first roll, if you decide to do like a hit to kill, like with the intention to kill him, you will kill him. And he's terrified enough that you got malleability of how you approach this.
I'm incapacitate him.
You can like squash one of his legs.
If I kick him in the
Very
face bad
Iris.
enough, he's gonna be in torpor.
Yeah, but you can like squish one of his legs.
That is definitely torpor. Yeah, I'm gonna just kick him in the face like hard enough for you, like to incapacitate him.
All right.
You don't know what's that.
Roll self-control.
Ooh.
Okay.
Meanwhile, while he's doing that,
Yep.
because I've previously seen like those guys how they die, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did Persephone give me any other like
Warnings.
no, any other guns?
If you would have asked for them, yeah.
I would have. I did tell her.
Okay. We'll say that you got like the small caliber you usually carry plus 1 heavy caliber.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab one of those, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab one of those, and I'm gonna go to the other bodies, and I'm going to shoot them in the head.
Okay. You begin basically executing the others. Meanwhile, Rhodes, for some reason, you're not quite sure why, you have this intrusive thought of like, leg isn't enough. And you feel like just stomping this thing into oblivion. And you feel really goddamn angry at this thing. But you manage to collect your thoughts, and you just pin his leg under your foot. With the 50 cal basically pointed at his face.
Yeah.
Do you actually damage his leg, or do you just intimidate him?
I'll probably intimidate him.
Okay.
Like killing is fun, but like then you have nobody to ask questions.
So, in this case, because it's kind of hard to use charisma for this, strength intimidation, please. The suit does have to fucking work.
Yeah. That is the second time in my RP career that I'm rolling strength intimidation.
1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Mm-hmm. As soon as you point the gun at him with some of the weight of the suit on his leg, and you really feel this urge to just fucking put an end to him, you hold yourself back. He puts his hands up and kind of freezes in fear.
Lay the fuck down.
He just, hands up on the ground, just shakes his head with a nod. And
Let's see how the situation is.
you turn to see Margo putting an end to the last intact body and making her way to you.
Okay.
Rose is like breathing very fucking loudly.
Margo turns to him. Don't take her. You remember what they can do. He needs to be incapacitated.
I'm gonna feel if he leaves underneath my.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna finish taking care of the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, given the 5 people who attacked us here, do I have a means of contacting headquarters?
You do, but it's not like you can send a message, but it's a bit of a 50-50 if it's gonna get through, because reception down here isn't great.
Well, I'm going to send a message anyway.
Mm-hmm. What is the message?
The message is gun disabled. 5 freaks came after us. target currently captured. Require backup.
Mm-hmm. You wait for a moment, hoping the message went through. You look at the marker. It seems to have gone through. Then you get a response. Good job. Pick up on the way. Be ready.
So I'm gonna say backup's on the way. We do need to hold off because there might be other ones coming in. And I'm basically gonna have the drone monitoring. And this time I'm gonna have like my glasses on for the detection. And also going to basically just, wait.
Yeah. You keep watch, and
and the computer is locked down.
Yeah. You keep watch, and you make sure everything's safe. For the next 5-10 minutes, it feels like ages. It feels like everything's going in slow motion. Rhodes, while you do once in a while keep watch on the surroundings, most of your focus is in keeping this guy still. And at one point he seems to try and he seems to whisper things in your direction. And you notice that as soon as he tries to whisper, looking into your eyes very intently and trying to tell you something, you just don't feel patient enough to pay attention. And you just ignore him. And you're not sure, this isn't normal behavior for you, you recognize that, but it must be the adrenaline or something. You just don't want to listen to him. And as soon as he, in the middle of his fucking sentence, you just press the 50 cal onto his face, and he shuts up. You do it slowly and very intently, and he shuts the fuck up immediately.
Probably, just to rub it more, he'd boop his fucking nose with the gun. A fucking boop, but the side of the gun is that.
With the momentum of, fucking 15 kilos
horse's
of gun.
kick.
Yes. Yeah, he shuts up, and eventually, you begin to hear steps rushing through the gray water of the sewers, and teams of what you recognize are Alzai mercenaries, but dressed in a fashion you haven't seen before, with armor very similar to yours, Rhodes. Some of them are in exosuits like yours, with similar armor. Some of them are in more tactical gear that you haven't seen in combat before. With the same type of armor you've seen on your previous suits, where the neck is covered and all that stuff. And eventually, with them, comes Kian. He says, "Alright, secure the prisoner. You two, check the warrants. Good job."
Sure.
You feeling okay, Rhodes?
Just a bit off.
Yeah, Mark III is a bit of an extreme process. So you're taking well to it.
Yeah, do what I gotta do.
We're working on Mark IV, if you're interested in participating.
Guess we'll talk about later.
Feels good to carry those guns, though, doesn't it? Margo, I see you've coordinated the mission quite well.
Yes, I'm think I've managed to take care of all the cameras, but I'm pretty much, well, they're not taken care of, they're just covered.
Well, I'm sure our operatives can handle it from here. You did well in taking the brunt of their first assault. I don't think there are going to be many more defenses. This looks like it was more of a scouting party. So, the two of you are coming with me. We have some business to discuss back at HQ. Away from prying eyes. In the meantime, I will take this.
I assume you were already in the close by, since it took you, 10 minutes?
That is true. Just give me a minute. And as you begin to pack your stuff to leave, Kian kneels next to the prisoner, now being held by two other soldiers in exosuits. Rhodes has basically been, moved back a bit.
Yeah.
You hear Kian say something along the lines of, "See, Sosimo, I knew he'd find you." And he just turns and leads the two of you away.
No!
Oh no! Oh no!
Miguel, you know that's not his future.
You son bitch!
So,
You son bitch!
as you make your way back to HQ, and on the way back, Rhodes, basically your armor is slowly taken off, but the suit stays on. You are led into the HQ, but this time, instead of going through the usual door, you notice that Kian leads you down essentially a door that you hadn't really gone through before. Didn't really come up, really. You never really paid attention to it. But it, instead of going into the building, it goes under the building. And as you do so, you go through this large, like you go through this stairway into this corridor with a large metal gate. And Kian approaches it, looks to a small hole in the wall, about the size of a fingernail. He nods, and the door begins to open. And through the door, you see this immense underground complex with a big logo of Persephone essentially put on the wall. It looks like a fucking bunker.
Yeah.
And as you walk through, eventually you reach this very high-tech lab that Kian promised Margo. And standing nearby is the same tall man Rhodes saw before, with the hair,
Big bug.
yeah. And he seems to be talking to this other man who's shorter than him and is a bit scrawnier, seems to be in a very, submissive pose, comparatively. As Kian approaches, the man in the suit sees him, and they shake hands quite heartily. And Kian turns to both of you and says, "Margo, Rhodes, you have achieved much in these past few days, and I'm glad to inform you that you've been granted your promotion, with all the privileges that comes of it. While you will be working directly under me, this is my associate. We don't deal in names. Just know that he is well informed and very, very important to our organization. We will brief you on all the details of this conspiracy you've been fighting with us. And we'll also brief you on all the benefits you'll get from the position. But for now, I'll leave you to hear this introduction my colleague has prepared. Kian basically pats both of you on the shoulders and walks away towards the front gate. The gate is still open. The man in the suit turns to both of you. He has this really gaunt face. He looks old beyond what age he looks. It's like he's seen more shit than you can imagine. He's the typical image of someone who's part of the Illuminati. It's the image you'd picture, like the very stereotype. He gives both of you a faint smile, but he doesn't smile with his eyes. It's more of a performative smile. And he looks to both of you and says, Kian has told us much about you. I look forward to working with you. I feel it's high time I brief you on your next mission. Don't worry, I'll give you some more information as we proceed. Or, to be more precise, my assistant, Aiden, will fill you in. Introduce yourself, Aiden.
Aiden will step forward and offer a hand to shake, but he says really flatly, Aiden Conroy.
Thank you.
Margo.
When you shake Aiden's hand, it feels quite cold to you. Like he's, maybe like he spent quite a bit of time in either a part of the building
Working
that was
in the
colder
fridge.
or outside or something, but his hand is like oddly cold. The man in the suit kind of places his hand on Aiden's shoulder and says, "That's enough. Aiden will be essentially your handler for this next mission. I've already given him the gist, but he'll be going after some other dangerous individuals. What you've handled so far was a mild inconvenience to our movement. This next group might actually be thoroughly dangerous to us. It's not a very large group, but the truth is we don't know all of them. Though we do have some information on a few of them. One of them is by Jack. He's a former soldier, from what we can get. A soldier in the Second World War. Another one, the heralds.
That's like 70 years ago.
That is very accurate.
More like 80 this year.
Accurate.
What the actual hail?
We'll fill you in on all the details very soon. but suffice to say, time doesn't really matter much to the things you're fighting.
That
See?
actually gets a small smile from Aiden. It's kind of creepy.
Now, Jack is only one of them. We are aware of 2 others. One of them goes by Abel. He's an immigrant from, we believe, Italy. Though we'd say the records go as far as a century or 2. And the last,
Century.
yes, a century or 2.
Margo just rubs her head and then just, they turn into ash after dying. Is it vampires? Is it vampires like in Buffy's the Vampire Slayer?
The man seems very unamused by this description and just says, I suppose if you want to think about it that way. But, of course, there's a reason why you felt so energized these past few days.
Was it vampire blood?
A modified compound we developed in recent days. Months. But, again, you'll receive a full briefing at a later date. Abel, as I mentioned, we have records going back a couple of centuries, we believe. Things are dubious when tracking these people because they tend to cover their tracks quite well. The last member is the most elusive one, though, funnily enough, they have quite detailed records of who she is. One of our operatives dealt with her back in the UK. And she did try to hide her identity for very long. Turns out you can't really hide when you bring trinkets with you that you probably shouldn't. She goes by many names. Currently, we believe her alias is Serena. Now, I need to speak with Aiden for a bit. You may stay here. Reflect on what I've just told you. Feel free to theorize. I'll be listening. I'm interested
By the way,
to
Miguel.
hear...
By the way, Miguel, just so you know, Iris does not have the axe.
Not anymore. But she
Not
did
anymore,
bring
but
the
she
axe. She did bring the axe with her from London.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, fuck, they gotta send this against Marcus, okay?
So, the man basically says, I just need to finish filling Aiden in on his briefing, and he'll handle business between you and me. Like I said, he'll be your handler. He'll handle all of those details for you and for me. And in due time, you'll get to learn a lot more about their kind. Perhaps if you're inclined, may even provide you some of their aptitudes. In time. Feel free to discuss this amongst yourselves. Aiden, and the man just begins to walk into the lab.
Aiden gives you guys one more glance, disdainfully, before following.
And the door closes behind Aiden.
Motherfucking vampires.
Vampires.
Vampires!
We ain't in a fucking Appalachia.
In a what?
Appalachia. You know, the mountains.
Yeah, the
Deep
Appalachia have
south.
skinwalkers. That's not the same. Have you never watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I was born in Appalachia.
Okay, well, here's the thing. And Buffy the Vampire Slayer, vampires are all around, and once every generation a girl is chosen to fight them, like, really, like, not getting any medical insurance or shit like that. So I'm pretty sure what we have is the better option. But vampires. My god.
That is fucking weird.
I know. I think I
I need a
definitely
fucking
will.
drink. In a second.
You and me both, and then then I'll sleep.
Can I ask both of you to please roll me perception and alertness, please?
Is my perception back to normal, or
Yes. You're not wearing the helmet. You're just wearing the exosuit, which means your strength is basically locked at 5 plus your regular strength. Until you take that thing off, which won't be an easy process.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. That's 6 successes.
4.
Okay.
we may eavesdrop it as well.
Okay, so as you primarily focus on your conversation, both of you do on occasion, just because of the novelty of all of this, on occasion you glance into the labs where the man in the suit is speaking with Aiden. And it seems that he's showing some things on this large screen. The man in the suit moves his hand over the screen to flip a few images, goes onto a map, and opens up a map of LA. And eventually, he pinpoints a few locations in LA and seems to speak to Aiden. Aiden, in sort of a moment of... Actually, both of you roll perception empathy.
That's gonna be very hard, you know. Because this type of person ain't gonna give us much emotions with the body as well. Nope.
Not at all.
That's
Oh!
one success. One
It is
success.
barely. Okay, so Margo, while Rhodes is completely like he doesn't really notice. Margo, you notice just barely as the man in the suit is speaking to Aiden. Aiden's, like, one of Aiden's eyebrows twitches slightly. It seems that something clicked there. You're not sure what the reaction was, but he seems to have, like, realized something. And after a moment of silence, you see the man in the suit get aggravated. And he asks a question to Aiden, and Aiden immediately shrinks. He shrinks into himself. The man gives him sort of like a slap over the head, and then looks to the window, gives you the same almost pretend smile, walks up to the window and just does a motion, and the window goes black.
Well,
If you're still up for a drink, I have some venison.
I am.
frozen
Let's
at home.
go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So
They probably.
as you turn to leave, you begin to hear sort of a commotion in the lab.
Is it our business or it ain't our business?
If our handler is fighting with one of our bosses, not our business.
The door to the
I
lab,
suppose.
the door to the lab opens in this loud bang. And a figure stumbles out. Margo, you notice he's holding something in his hand. Hard to tell what immediately, but it looks familiar. It's like a black box about this size.
Uh-huh.
And as he raises his head, you see Aiden with his mouth drenched in blood, looking like a wild animal cornered.
Sir, you need any help?
Are they between me and the exit?
What did you say? What did you say?
Let me make one tiny roll, and I'll answer.
Twirl asked if are we between Aiden and the exit.
The answer is very much yes.
Let's get steamrolled, fuckers.
Well, as you spoke, you're the one that gets his attention. As his eyes, wild and little mad, focus. He's going to almost supernaturally just in front of you, as he uses celerity to take you by the throat and throw you into Margo.
You get one roll to resist this, Rhodes, only because you're wearing the suit.
Yeah. What do I roll? Strength brawl?
You need to roll Strength Brawl. The difficulty is 9.
I have 11 dice. Let's fucking go.
So
I
it
have
is
one success.
One success. So, Aiden, you grab Rhodes by the throat, and you jolt your arm to the side. While he stumbles, it's not nearly enough to bump into Margo.
Margo just like walks away. Oh. And she was just basically like she's not wearing an exosuit, and he appeared literally in a second in front of the guy. She's not wearing exosuit. She's not armed. She's just gonna like put her hands up and like take a few steps back.
Well,
Away from the exit, basically, like.
I signed way too much of any NDA. I just get it, like, also take the step to the side.
Yep.
Plus, we were just told he's our handler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He wants to go out, he goes out. I don't know what just happened. We weren't fully briefed, okay?
Figure of authority, you're gonna listen to them.
You're our
that
handler.
case-
Basically, Mark like, look, we were told you're a handler. If you're leaving, you're leaving.
As they are posing no resistance, but there is someone that could still pose a threat in a suit. I need to roll technology to pull the power cell out of that suit to disable it and then leave.
Okay. You may roll. Actually, before you roll, Rhodes.
Mhm.
Aiden begins to approach you, and he seems to be reaching towards your lower back. Do you do anything, or do you keep your hands up?
I didn't fully consent to this shit.
Mark like, are you gonna hurt him?
This shouldn't hurt him. Do you want me to?
No.
Well, this shouldn't hurt. And I'm gonna go to try and rip the power unit out.
Yep. So, Rhodes, you don't really feel any of this. But, Margo, what you see... You'll definitely see what Aiden is doing. I just want you to roll a quick wits and tech for me.
Okay, just a second.
Mm-hmm.
I will spend a willpower.
Oh, you don't need to roll. You know how to do this shit.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. Okay.
I have one success.
Mm-hmm.
No, 2 successes.
So you definitely see what Aiden does. Aiden seems to reach towards the wires along Rhodes' spine. And on one of the wires, Aiden seems to pinch one of the sections on the wire. And essentially a small blue battery pokes out. And Aiden just pulls it out. And as the battery is pulled out, Rhodes' arms just go.
Yep.
Margo, you also notice that on Aiden's other hand, that black box that looked familiar. You recognize what it is now.
Persephone
It's the
prototype?
Persephone prototype that you put in that
Let's
drum.
see. Well, I'm not gonna be able to do anything right now, and like, I might have been promoted, but I'm not filled in, and like,
We are not to be concerned with what our like.
Shit's above your paycheck.
Yes.
this is still
Whammo.
about my paycheck. Sorry, eh? Like
We
the
were
guy
promoted only
literally-
on paper.
So-
Not
we
even on
were-
paper.
Yeah, no, we were verbally promoted.
Yes.
We don't have a contract yet.
So, Aiden, in one hand, you have the prototype, in the other, you have this small power cell.
I slip the power cell in my pocket as I go to the door, and I just fucking leave.
Mm-hmm. And as Aiden leaves, both of you look into the lab, sort of in shock.
Can he move actually?
Uh,
Rhodes.
Rhodes can turn his neck. That's about it.
Okay, I'm just gonna go and like look first into the room.
Yeah. So Margo, as you look into the room, looking for his superior, expecting the worst, you see a small pile of dust on the floor.
Does it click? Does it click? Does it click?
Well, it definitely clicks since the pile of dust is
Human shape.
mixed in with a
A
very
suit.
well-tailored suit.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm gonna quickly. I'm gonna. I don't know how I feel about this right now. Because earlier it was like, like humans fighting against vampires and whatever, like Buffy's the Vampire Slayer, like cool shit. But given the blood on Aiden's hand, like mouth after he walked out, like after he tumbled out, and the pile of ashes, right? I'm pretty sure those are both vampires.
Is she talking to herself? Because like
No,
all
I'm
magic
not
in this,
talking.
like,
I'm coming out and I'm like, I'm gonna go get you a battery.
If you be so kind.
Actually, I address room. Persephone, are there any batteries in this room?
The fucking 9-volt battery flops on the table.
When you speak, you expect Persephone to answer. Instead, you look to the nearest screen, and while the logo is there, it seems that Persephone's... something's wrong. Seems it's still trying to listen out for something.
I see. I'm just like, I'll have to get Kian. Most likely, because I'm not sure I'll be able to walk in back here. Can you not move at all?
Didn't move my head.
Okay, I suppose I'll have to go get Kian. Yeah, I'll go get Kian. We'll, yeah. I'll be back in a bit.
Alright. And as Margo runs off to find Kian, we join Aiden as he stumbles onto the street, making sure his chin is clean. And he gets in his car. What do you do?
He is going to pull out and drive into traffic. And while he might speed, he's going to try and remain under the radar of the cops and avoid any cameras.
Mm-hmm. And as Aiden drives quite carefully through the streets of LA, making his way through downtown into the east side of LA, a small whisper in his head echoes in the voice of a sire. You betrayed me. We won't forget this. And that is where we will end tonight's session. We hope to see you here next week in our next episode of Beyond Armageddon and the first episode of Season 3.
Let's fucking go! Like, subscribe, comment, send this video to everybody you can. We fucking love ya!
Thank you everybody for watching. Have a good week.
See ya.